Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft. So in the last one we went to the promised land, which was incredibly laggy and kind of disappointing. So this time we're going to have some fun with explosives. Lots of explosives. And then we're going to mess around with some really expensive minecarts. It could be fun. Let's do it. Okay, so since the last one I have messed around a little bit. I've started making the farm over here and kind of setting up in a different way. I didn't really want to use the machines again because I was a bit bored of them. So I thought I'd mess around using Thorncraft golems, and they're actually kind of cool. I've got a harvester one and one that will gather all the stuff when he does it, and it's working pretty well. It's on this sort of fertilized dirt from random things. You just mix dirt with zombie brains and bone meal, and it makes everything grow faster, like quite a lot faster. This thing's actually pretty speedy, just for not even having any sprinklers or anything over it. I don't know, I might put sprinklers in, I might just leave it as it is. But this is just growing me uranium for now. It was just kind of a testing one. I'll get to that a little later. That's the minecart room, which we'll be getting onto after. And then I've got the base of Thorncraft room set up. It's not finished yet, like nowhere near. Just got the base internals, which I'm not really sure how this looks. And dear God, this is really dark. I'm so sorry. That was really dark. I think my computer's messing around with my colour settings. Whenever I go into full screen, it's weird. Anyway, yeah, just got the base internals of the Thorncraft room, so it works. But I don't really like how it's designed, so I'll probably be messing around with that a lot. And definitely the outside looks horrible. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to blow some stuff up. We are going to blow up my old base with nukes. Yeah, not much of a spoiler, I'm sure that's what the video is probably called. I'm probably going to call it that, aren't I? What else would you call this episode apart from blowing up the old base? So, yeah, we're going to nuke the old base because it's a laggy lag fest. Every time I go back to the overworld, it is lagging me to hell. I get like 10 frames a second if I have anything running on my computer at all. It's really annoying. So I'm going to solve it with copious amounts of explosives because, you know, why not? It sounds like fun. So, I'm going to make some nuclear explosives. These things are a little bit annoying to make, by which I mean very annoying to make. I'm going to make, I don't know, probably a couple of them, maybe 3 or 4. So, to make a nuke, we need lots of fluorium, some thermobaric explosives, and for those it requires chemical explosives and incendiary explosives and repulsive explosives, which requires condensed explosives. And the chemical explosive also required debilitation explosives require repulsion. Yeah, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? Man. Oh well, it's not too bad to make. It's mostly sort of TNT. A lot of TNT all go into this thing, but I should still have a ton. Well, I've only got 64. I thought I had way more than that from that pirate ship I took down. Really? Oh, maybe I did lose one of my storage drives when I was bringing stuff over here, so maybe that's where that went. Oh well, I'm going to be making a ton of TNT and make some nuclear explosives, and I'm not going to show you all this because, dear God, is it boring. I don't know, is there anything new in here that's actually interesting? It's mostly stuff we've all just kind of got, apart from the poison powder, I think, which is rotten flesh and spider's eyes, which I have thousands of. Okay, cool. I'll be back in a bit after I've made some nukes. Alright, there we go. 4 nuclear explosives. Sweet! That'll do nicely. That actually wasn't too bad. It helps that I have, like, those essences. The weird ones, the fire and water ones, they're actually really useful because if you have a bucket, and you kind of surround it with the fire or the water, then it makes you buckets of lava and water, which is really useful for just sitting here and crafting stuff. Anyway, so there's something else I want to set these things off, seeing as I don't really want to just set them off with a lever. That sounds like a terrible idea. So I'm going to use some wireless redstone. So I'm going to get a remote and a receiver. Again, these are a little bit annoying to make, but not too bad. I need 2 of them, and I'm going to need obsidian sticks, 2 of them, and a button. Cool. There's my remote. There isn't my remote. Oh, I didn't make that thing yet. I need 2 of those, I think. There's a remote. Thank you. Actually, I'm going to need more than that because I'm going to need a fair few wireless receivers. And I'm going to quickly make these. Oh yeah, I also forgot that I upgraded this a little bit. I upgraded these factories, the elite factories, so now I can do like 7 stacks of things at a time. It's really useful if you suddenly decide you need some smooth stone. Just, yeah, there's not 7 stacks. Awesome. Cool, that's all that stuff made. Awesome. So let's get over there and let's blow some stuff up. It'll be good and it'll be fine. I've also made a new link book to somewhere a little bit further out so I don't blow myself up. And here we are in the new link book world. This only loads up a lot faster because I didn't have to load the base immediately. This will, kind of get expanded out a little bit. I might set up my future mining operation here. You set it down there, that'd be quite fun. Yeah, it'd be nice. And I'll sort of landscape that a bit and make it look alright. Oh god, the lag. as it loads it back up again. I'm not entirely sure what it is that's causing all the lag in this place, but something in there it just does not like. So it's all getting blown up. Alright, so where shall I put these things? I've got 4 of them, so I think one above the farm is a good idea. One right there. Let's get a wireless receiver there. Let's right click on this thing so I can set a value. It can be 1337. Why the hell not? Boom, you're on 1337. So that should take out the farm pretty good, hopefully. I'm not sure if we'll take out that. It should do probably. Still want to take out the Thorncraft room. Right about there. Should be good. And wireless receiver. Oops. Come on. Point inwards. Come on. Oh, no, it doesn't want to go there. Okay, break that up. And as I just hit that, I thought, wait, these things don't like set off when you hit them, do they? Okay, thankfully not. 1337 for you as well. There we go. Boom. Set one up in the horrifyingly ugly sandcrawler. Why not? That's not going to work. Let's do it right inside, right here. Right next to this old emerald smeltery. One for you. 1337. Boom. And let's put one right in the middle here, just to make sure everything goes nicely. Explosive. And 1337. Cool. There's all the explosives set up. So I've got most of the stuff that I want out of here. I just kind of gave up a lot of it. I've got the old Thorncraft stuff out of there, so it's all in a new place. And I got the ME molecular assembler chamber and all the patterns, because I didn't want to remake all those. But pretty much everything else is just getting blown up, because fuck it, don't even want it. I grabbed all my Mistcraft stuff as well. So the important thing to note about if you're living in a Mistcraft world, never destroy the original descriptive book, because that will also just basically destroy the world. And I think it destroys your link books to there as well. So yeah, I've taken that back home and it's back in the void world. Not sure that entirely makes sense, having a world of itself inside. I don't know, whatever. That's like getting a little too Inception-y. But this should be good, right? I think so. Okay, so let's use the remote. And 1337. Cool. Set. Now it's on the same frequency. And let's get the hell out of there. Let's see if we can get just far enough away so we can see all of it and hopefully not get blown up. Because that would be a plus. Hopefully I should be able to hang out just about back by this cobblestone hut and it should be fine. Alright. Yippee-ki-yay. Let's do this thing. Go! Blow up! And give it a few seconds. Those take a little bit longer to detonate than regular explosives. Oh, there it goes. That was a good noise. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, there's that one gone. And oh god! Damn it! Shit. They're a bit delayed, huh? Oh god! Look at it go. Okay, I'm back. Oh my god! Look at the dust particles. That's amazing. Yeah, just let it load and see what the damage actually is. Looks like the towers might just be actually intact. Yeah, I think the tower is fairly intact. So it's my wind farm, surprisingly. I wanted to make another one to take out some of that stuff. That's a decent amount of it gone, though. Wow. Where the hell's my grave? It was over there somewhere. I should be able to get that. It should be fine. Yeah, I'd say that was pretty effective. Some mycelium and a shit ton of radioactive waste. That's always fun. It's pretty much what happens when you detonate a nuke anywhere near water. Turns it on to radioactive waste. That horrible stuff which like withers you and destroys you from the inside out. Not pleasant stuff. Well, it did not do a lot to the farm. That thing looks mostly intact. I'm gonna see if I can... Oh god, nuclear waste. I'm gonna see if I can go grab my grave and pole up there and grab all my stuff back so I can do a flyover. Oh god, why? Oh, bloody hell. I'll just know where my grave is now. Okay, there we go. Should be fine now, hopefully. Break. Come on. Alright, let's get the armour back on at least. That will protect me from some of the nuclear waste. Where is my chest piece? I don't know. Let's block all this stuff in as well. It's probably a good idea. That's my chest piece. Awesome. And from the assembler, yep, it's still there. Awesome. Cool. Got all my stuff back. I think that's everything. Is that everything they had on me? I did have some important stuff on me. Yes. Looks good to me. Cool. You guys go back where you're supposed to be. Alright, well that was semi-effective. It did a pretty good job on the base. That was a good one. Fucking hell. That was impressive. Didn't do a lot on the tower though, and it left the wind farm completely intact pretty much. So all in all, for a big nuke, that was kind of disappointing. Look, it did fuck all to this farm. They like blew straight through the underground little place. The curse test's all broken, but it was before anyway. That was all lit up because it kept breaking. Yeah, it did not do a lot to this roof though. I guess carpenter's stairs just don't like getting blown up apparently. Oh, good to know. Killed the shit out of all the animals though. Yeah, so semi-effective. Pretty, oh wow, yeah, left this mob grinder is just fine. It's like, what? Oh, sorry, did something happen? I didn't even notice. Useless. Oh, well. It was semi-effective and, I don't know, it seems to be a little bit less laggy, so that's a plus. I'll probably come up with another way to deal with this. Maybe we'll blow this up a little bit better in the future, I think. But that was a good nuclear test. It was good fun. Not quite as good as I was expecting, but we can do something better in the next one, maybe. I'll have to work on that, because the thing I'm thinking of takes a little bit of time. But anyway, let's move on to the other thing I was getting on today, just messing around with minecarts and making a new mining thing. Okay, so as I said, the other thing we're getting into today is some minecart stuff, because I wanted to check out Steve's carts and see if I can make like a little automated mining setup with it. I thought that'd be quite fun. So I've set up some of the basic infrastructure here for railcraft, which is not Steve's carts, but we're going to need that to be making a ton of tracks, because it disables the standard way to make tracks in Minecraft. So these humongous things are coke ovens, and basically they're just a big 3x3 blocks of coke oven bricks, which make out of bricks and sand, with a hollow one in the centre, and you put coal in there and it makes coal coke, which is pretty useful stuff actually. It basically just burns, I don't know, I think it's 8 times as long as coal. So pretty useful for generators and that kind of thing. But also the main important thing main reason you want these is for this stuff, creosote oil, because that is what you're going to need to make your tracks with. So I'm going to grab some buckets. Should have a ton of them. Yeah, I do. Cool. Let's grab a couple of buckets of that. So I've got a basic setup up here. The nice thing about these big multi-block structures is you can pretty much pump in and out from any side of this thing, any block within it. So I've got a thing chucking in coal here, and I've got some fluid conduits pumping all the creosote oil out into these tanks. And I should set up one to drag out the coal coke as well when I think about it, but oh well, whatever. So yeah, got a couple of them, and the way you make rails, or one of the best ways to make rails, I don't think you have to use the rolling machine, but it's probably a good thing to do. Let's have a look on there. Is there a way you can not? That's all the fancy metal stuff, which feels a little bit cheaty to me. I don't know. I suppose it's just a normal Minecraft thing, but anyway. So you put iron in a rolling machine, which makes from railcraft. It's pretty easy to make, just pistons and that kind of thing. Put it in the right pattern, and it makes you different things. So you can make rebars to this and make concrete with it as well, which is good for blast resistance. But just make some standard rails out of that, and then you want to use this creosote oil with some slabs. That'll do, hopefully, to make wooden ties. And I'm going to need more than that. Have I got any more ties in there? Yes, I do. Cool. And then 4 ties makes a rail bed. Combine that with the rails. And that makes you 32 tracks. So a bit of an involved process, a little bit annoying, but it makes you an absolute ton of tracks, so it's kind of fair, I guess. So after messing around with railcraft a little bit, I just jumped straight onto Steve's carts, because all I really wanted railcraft for the moment was just for rails. I did consider another thing, which I'll get to later, but it didn't work out. So anyway, then got onto Steve's carts, and Steve's carts is it's an interesting one. So you need this cart assembler, and that is what's going to make you let you make the carts. And there's a whole bunch of different stuff that you can make. If I look up Steve's carts, there's also Steve's factory manager in here, which is something that I'm going to need to look into. I think it sounds interesting. But anyway, so yeah, cart assembler, pretty easy to make. Iron, stone, these simple PCBs, which are iron, redstone, and gold. Not too bad for the start of the mod. Then it starts getting hard as balls. Seriously, this thing is insane when it comes to crafting recipes and just making things in general. So I've got like a basic cart together here, just mostly for demonstration purposes. So I've got a reinforced hull, some railers, basic drill, some storage, and an engine. So basically just the very basic mining machine that will go off down and lay track and mine. That's it. It won't do anything else, it'll just mine. And this was not very easy to make. I probably could have used something less than this reinforced hull, and that probably would have made it a lot easier. But when you start going into this thing a lot more, you're going to need that reinforced hull for all the extra add-ons and stuff that you want. And it's pretty tough to make. So reinforced metal, which you make out of stabilized metal, which you make out of refined hardener, which you make out of raw hardener, and hardener requires obsidian diamond for every 2. Still following me? So this costs about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 diamonds or so, and obsidian. It's not too bad in comparison to some of the other stuff. Oh, and also what was the other thing? It was the that one, the hardened mesh, which you make out of iron bars and refined hardener. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff that you have to go through, and that's not even the worst one. There's also which one is it? That's the one, Galgadorian, the extra massive one, that just the super high level one, and this one is mental. It's made out of Galgadorian metal, which you need lumps of Galgador, which you need a block of diamond for every 2. You also need the stabilized metal and eyes of Galgador, which are magma cream, fermented spider-eyes, eyes of ender, and gas tits. It's insane. That's why I avoided most of that and just made reinforced stuff instead. So like I said, this is just mostly to show you how this thing works. So once you get to the card assembler and you've got some of the stuff you want, put your hull in, and that'll open up all the different options for what you can put onto this thing. So first things first, a railer. So that is going to let it lay out track behind it. It'll have an inventory slot in it where you can put in rails, and when it goes along, it'll lay out track. But of course, you're going to need an engine in there, so just a basic coal engine. There's also ones you can fuel off lava and that kind of thing. So at least, then we can give it power and it'll move by itself. And some internal storage, basically just a chest for it, and a basic drill, so it will actually move along. Cool. And this isn't taking any time. That's weird. Yeah, so anyway, once you put this thing in, it will take time to sort of assemble it, which it doesn't seem to be at the moment. Why didn't that take time? What the hell? Well, it took time before, because I have another one that took me 2 hours to make. Oh, well, whatever. It's for some reason it's not taking time to make, and I'm not entirely sure why. That's a bit weird. There's the basic idea of a modular cart. Anyway, I'm going to chuck most of this stuff away, because I don't really need it. And yeah, I'm going to head over to the overworld to set up the miner that I created before, which took a long time to make. Okay, I've just cleared out a little bit behind that little crappy cobblestone hut that I had. This will sort of work as a nice little base of operations. So let's grab all of my... Oops, wrong one. Grab all the stuff that I had in preparation. Took quite a while to make all this, especially that modular cart. Dear God, did that take a while. I'll go through a lot of the modules as we go along, I guess. So essentially I'm just going to whack a piece of track down, and then you can whack the cart down. Simple as that. Let's get a couple more pieces of track down as well, just so it doesn't go falling off or anything. And boom, down you go. Isn't he adorable? Yeah. So I've got a lot of stuff on here. I've got myself a hardened drill on the front, so we'll be able to mine for a fair while. I will eventually have to repair that with reinforced metal, I think, but it lasts quite a while, so I'm not too worried about it. On the front here I've got some fluid sensors. That's basically going to let it detect when there's fluid in front of it, and it won't just go charging straight into it and burn if it was lava. And on top of that I've also got a fluid cleaner, so if it sees any fluid it should be able to suck it all up, which is really useful actually, because you find a lot of oil down there, so I'll probably start getting some oil in eventually, which is pretty cool. So for that I've also got an internal tank in here, which will let it store the fluid that it picks up. I've got a top chest for extra inventory, 2 internal chests. On the side I've got torch places, so it will be able to put torches on the sides. What else I've got? I've got a height controller, so I can tell it exactly what height I want it to mine. Speaking of which, let's put that right down to 12. You can click and shift click to make it go higher and lower by different denominations. What else have I got? I'll change that torch places all. That's a plant at 3 threshold. That should be good. What else have I got in here? I've got a bridge builder. That's going to let it build bridges like over lava, that kind of thing. So it has lava underneath where it's going to go. It can put blocks down and not worry about lava, which is always nice. And I think that's pretty much about it. So I'm going to fill this thing in with rails so it can place them in front of it as long as it goes. Oh, I need some torches actually. Didn't grab those as I meant to. 42 will be enough for now, I guess. Oops, 40. Sure, that'll do. Give me them. Thank you. In you go. What else do I need to put in? I need to put in something in the bridge builder. The bridge builder accepts very specific things. I think it has to either be smooth stone, wooden planks, or bricks. I didn't really want to use wooden planks because, you know, lava, fire. So smooth stone will do, I guess. And is that just about everything? I think so. And also be wary when you're putting things in this, because as soon as you put the fuel in, it's just going to go. It's going to shoot off. And you'll be left just chasing after it, trying to give it track and things like that. Not quite useful. But also I'm going to set up the infrastructure for how it's going to run properly before I set it off. So I'm going to need a bit more of your track. Thank you. So I've also made these advanced detector rails. They're pretty easy to make. But these are going to let it interact nicely with the cargo manager. So I want this thing to, when it gets up here, have the choice to, or it should loop around there and go back down. That should work. Then it's kind of a detector rail. So it should come up this way. So first things first, I want it to come onto this detector rail, detect that it's next to a cargo manager, and that's on the red side. And that is going to drag things out of the storage slots and from the cart to the cargo manager. Awesome. And then I'm going to lay down some item conduits next to that, and a diamond chest there. And I've got some barrels as well for all the stuff there's going to be a crazy excess of. Actually, let's put them out a bit neater. Oops. Got us to left on fast mode. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. And these item conduits should be able to sort everything out quite nicely. Let's just change that onto extract. Always active. And onto blacklist. That should work. And hopefully they should work without... Oh no, I need to put them all into insert mode. Bah, humbug. There we go, they're all on insert mode now, so that should pull out any items as soon as the cart comes back from its trip. So essentially when its inventory fills up, or it runs out of track, then it will just stop, it will come back up the track, and it should come this way past this thing. It will stop on here, dump off its cargo, and we'll have to carry along to this one where it's going to dump off... Actually, I'll put the liquid tanks. Where do I want the liquid tanks? I have the liquid tank back there. So on this one it can fill up on coal, I think. Yeah, that'd be good. So let's put down another cargo manager. And on the red side it's going to go into the cart, into the engine slot. Nice. And I'll hook these up with all that. And this one I want to insert coal. Cool. And I should put coal in one of these, I think. So there we go. Oops. All the coal now. Awesome. As it mines, it should, when it mines coal, it should automatically go into the engine slot anyway. But say it goes for a big stretch where there isn't really much coal, when it comes up, any coal that's stored in this little system here, then it will be put into this cargo manager. Hopefully. Maybe. No. And it's put this one on insert and extract, I think. In out. Will that work? Did that work? No, because I didn't put the redstone signal on. Self-view disabled, yes. Extraction filter. Always active. Yeah, always active, that works. And that's feeding into the wrong thing. Damn it! There we go, now it seems to be working. Cool. So just set all these ones on the back to blacklist coal, so that it won't go into the other ones, it'll only go into this thing. Awesome! But also it should pull out of there still easily and either go into here or into this barrel here. Actually, let's shift right click that one, so that one's always going to be coal. Cool. Oh, Skelly, do you mind? I'm in the middle of explaining things, shut up. Anyway. Alright, moving on. Let's stick down the fluid one, why not? So that can go there, I guess. Fluid. Liquid manager. Cool. I can go down there. That's on this side yellow. So that's going to extract everything from the cart into the liquid manager, awesome. And then I want my little fluid conduits on the back here. That's going to be hooked up to a big mechanism dynamic tank. So how do I want to do this? Actually, I should have it like that. That should work. And I didn't grab a valve. Oops. Oh, I'll quickly build this thing anyway. There we go. Cool. Dynamic valve's done. That can go on there. Awesome. And quick set that up so it should extract always. And this should always insert. Cool. So now should store any liquid that it finds. And anything else should stay in these tanks. So whatever it finds first, I guess, will get stored in the tank. I'll probably sort that out later, or maybe make some extra tanks for different fluids. But that'll do that. So what else have I got that I need to do this thing? So it's getting fuel from there, it's dumping off from there, dumping off the liquids there. Also want it to insert tracks, bridge builder stuff, and railers. Yeah, tracks, torches, and bridge builder stuff eventually. But for now, I'll just have this loop back around to there. Cool. Let's get rid of that advanced detector rail. I don't need that there yet. Oops. Where's the dirt gun? There it is. Cool. So that should work as a pretty basic setup. So eventually, I'll kind of set up some little bits of infrastructure around here, so that it should be able to dig up everything that everything that it digs up should work to making more rails and more torches and pretty much everything, so it should all be good. Whoa, easy. Stop, monsters. Why? Stop. No. Ah, god damn it. Anyway, let's give this thing some coal and see what happens. All the coal's in here. Let's just push it back. Maybe. Back. No. Let's kill the zombie first. Thank you. Go on, off you go. Damn it. With these step assist boots, it's quite hard to push carts. Come on you go. Onwards. Come on. Fill it with coal. You got it? You getting it? It's got it. Cool. There we go, it's off. Awesome. So, because I set the height thing on that, it'll just start digging out a big tunnel straight down. And eventually I'll get to level 12, and it'll just start mining and filling up its storage buffers, clearing out any liquid that gets in its way, and it'll all be awesome. So, like I said, this thing is psychotically expensive. The chassis aside, some of those modules that are on there are really, really not fun to make. Like, I had to make some of that Galgadorian metal for the liquid cleaner module. That is not fun. I really need to set up some automation to make some of that if I want to carry on using these, or if I want to make more than one of these guys. But for now, I think that's pretty fun. So I'm going to let this guy run a little bit and get down there. Alright, well that was a bit of a rough night. It's been a while since I've actually had to deal with monsters. So I've set up another cargo manager that's chucking out torches when he goes over this one. And he's been getting on quite nicely. He's not digging crazy fast, at least not this drill, but pretty decent speed. And I could upgrade that to a Galgadorian drill, which would be annoyingly expensive, but not a bad idea. It would dig a lot faster. But I think this is pretty good. And as long as I can set up the automation properly, it should be borderline infinite. It will eventually run out when it takes so much fuel to get to where he's got to that he'll run out on the way back, or on the way there, either way. So I probably would have to eventually send him off in a different direction eventually, but that will basically be as simple as, I don't know, maybe once he gets to the bottom, I just break some of the track that he's already laid out and just send it off to a different direction, along the compass directions, that kind of thing, and I could basically strip mine the entire area pretty easily. So that is one option. That'd be pretty good. Also some of the other things I've put on this guy, as you can see, there's no ores in the wall, because he's dug them all out. Unfortunately, it doesn't do that by standard. For that, you have to have a ore scanner, I think? Yeah, that's the one I made. Ore scanner. So that will basically, if there's a chunk of ore in the wall, or if he has to dig some out of his way and it's a vein, it will just follow the vein right into the wall and dig up all the ore in that little vein, which is really useful. But again, annoying and expensive to make because that's Galgadorian metal and that stuff's insane. So yeah, that's pretty much the basics of Steve's carts. It's really cool, but mental expensive. So I don't know, I quite like this as a little mining setup. It's certainly not as efficient as my old one, but the old one caused so much lag that it was insane. Oh god, I just realised actually, I didn't put a chunk loader on this guy. Damn it, I knew there was something I forgot. Ah, man. Well, thankfully there is a module for the cart builder that you can build. Oop, he's on his way back. Looks like he's full. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, there's a module for the cart builder you can build called the... it's just like a... lets you modify the cart modifier, something like that. So I can grab him up at some point and put a chunk loader on him so that he'll actually work when I'm away, because at the moment, if I'm not in the chunk that he is, he won't run, because I haven't put one on him. That would be a good idea. I should really do that. Well, let's see how this inventory thing's going. It should be working alright. Maybe. Oh, no, it's not, because he's mined up my cable. What a dick. Well, thanks, guy. Should be able to stop if I run it under here. That should be fine, I hope. Ding, ding, ding. And change that thing again so it actually works. Get down there. You want extract on... always active. There we go. Okay, so that's something to be wary of. He will mine up conduits and things. I guess that should have gone in here, maybe, or not. I'm not sure how... oh, God. What? I don't mean to put that on there. I'm not sure how he mined it up, seeing as... oh, God, he mined up that one as well. What a douche. Stop mining up all my cables. Ah, you dick. Ay, ay, ay. Well, hopefully that should work. Did he mine up this one as well? Yep. What a prick. You going around again? Why are you going around again? Ah, god damn it. I need to make another piece of track, don't I? That's annoying. Okay, I think I've sorted it. I think this should work. If I put a switch track down here, will that work? Let's try setting off again. I'm thinking that that should switch after it goes around it. So it'll go around that way the first time, then it'll go around that way. I think. Wait, no, of course it won't. I've put that in the wrong place completely. I am a moron. It would help if I actually put it there. That's what I want. Well, I'll go down for now. Dirt and normal track. There we go. That should work fine. So it should go over that way. Yeah, that should be good, right? Cool. So we'll go around, and then when it comes back, it'll turn off that way. Sweet. That's exactly what I want. Alrighty then. So that looks like about it for the basic setup. Oh god. Don't you freaking dare, creeper. I will murder your face. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to test this out a little bit more. Just make sure all these energy item conduits and that kind of stuff aren't going to always get broken if I'm putting them on the underside. As far as I know, they should work. That wasn't always active, right? I think it was. Yeah, as far as I know, that should work putting him underneath. Since he just does a 3x3 around him, I think. Not there, what am I doing? Underneath. Underneath. Ah, there. Yeah, I'm going to carry on testing a lot of this stuff out and setting up like its own little separate infrastructure. So I will sort of link it into the ME system, or probably just an ender chest actually eventually. But I kind of wanted to have it completely self-sufficient and not like link it up to the ME system and have that do all the automation, because the ME system tends to get a bit laggy if you have a lot of it imports and exports on it. So I'll probably set this up to be its own separate little thing. Should be good. But anyway, if you have any more questions on this, I'm probably going to show off the automation after I do it next time, as well as blowing up the base a little bit more. So if you've got any questions on Steve's carts or a little bit of Railcraft, then let me know. I'll see what I can do. I'll try and answer in the next one as I'm going through the automation and stuff that I've done. But that's going to do it for this one. So thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm SuperStrewdel, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.